Hi, thank you so much for making time for Citizen at 1. My name is Willis Wu, and our top story this hour. The judiciary now has a new Chief Registrar in office after Anne Atieno Amadi was sworn in today at the judiciary, with Chief Justice Dr. Willie Mutunga outlining the judiciary's expectations of the new office holder. Esther Kahumbi has that story for us.
She emerged the best out of 7 shortlisted candidates, and today
I, Anne Atieno Amadi, Chief Registrar of the Judiciary.
48-year-old Anne Atieno Amadi took her oath of office as the new Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, stepping into an office that has remained vacant for close to 3 months since Gladys Bos-Cholet was sacked.
It's not an office for private gain. It is an office of service, not patronage. It should never be ethnicized or enslaved by any forces in our society.
I come into the judiciary well aware of the challenge this institution has faced over the last few months. Despite this, it is my family-held view that negative experiences actually do influence positive change and lessons from which we can learn and move on.
Only 12 candidates applied for the position, which was advertised in December. Until her appointment, she has been a consultant, having worked previously as a magistrate. Until May 2009, she was the Deputy Executive Director and Head of Litigation at the Federation of Women Lawyers.
So we need to serve with humility and honor, with a firm focus on the delivery of services to the Kenyan people. If we do this, even if when we make mistakes, the public will understand, and that it was done in good faith.
And I have no doubt that with everyone playing their rightful role with utmost professionalism and commitment, we shall return a service delivery scorecard that will inspire Kenyans. But
even as Amadi takes up office, Cholet continues with her case at the Industrial Court, where she is challenging her dismissal. Esther Kahumbi, Citizen at 1.
Right now to a rather sad story. 6 people died and several others escaped with serious injuries in a road accident involving a matatu and a light truck at Msabaha near Malindi. According to Malindi Traffic Police Base Commander Bernard Imbaya, the driver of the lorry was trying to avoid hitting another matatu picking passengers when it collided head-on with another oncoming matatu. 5 passengers who were in the matatu headed to Malindi died on the spot, while the driver of the light truck died while receiving treatment at the Malindi District Hospital. The accident took place at 8:30 p.m. last night.
Pata wengine tena walikuwa wako hai kama watatu. Tulijaribu kuwapatia wapita njia na wakasaidika kwenda hospitali.
Kwenye lori ni kama ambaye alikuwa amelewa akipeleka hiyo gari. Alikuwa si mtu kamili tuseme.
So far we are not confirmed the survivors because most of them have been taken to the hospital by Good Samaritans. After we reach at the mortuary is when we are in the hospital, we are going to confirm how many survivors.
Now, Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero and the Nairobi Women Representative Rachel Shebesh will now have to defend themselves in court in separate cases resulting from the infamous slap saga after a 7-day window period given by the court for the two to settle the alleged assault case out of court ended today. High Court Judge Justice Isaac Lenaona ordered that the criminal charges be filed against the 2 politicians since they had no intention of reaching an out-of-court settlement. In an affidavit presented to the court, Rachel Shebesh claims to have tried to reach out to Kidero for talks, but her efforts bore little fruit. She also presented a letter she claims to have written to Kidero on Friday last week, and which she alleged the governor failed to respond to. She has therefore asked the court to arraign her and Kidero to face any criminal charges preferred against them.
So on the I ordered that we wait for my ruling, see what I've said about the legal notice and other things, then you can determine. Yes.
I thought the issue is you read your ruling.
Armed gangsters today morning hacked to death 5 workers at a Naivasha Total petrol station and made away with close to 2 million shillings. The gangsters struck at around 3 a.m., killing the workers, who included 2 women, before making away with the cash. There is, however, no word as yet about the gangsters.
Police tried to recreate the events that occurred at this Total petrol station in Naivasha at around 3 a.m. that left 5 of its workers dead and at least 2 million shillings missing. It is said that unknown assailants raided the petrol station armed with crude weapons with one mission in mind: to steal the weekend earnings from the station before it was taken to the bank later in the day. In the process, the gangsters are said to have hacked 5 of the station workers, including a night guard and 2 women working in an adjacent restaurant. The number of assailants is still unknown as police begin investigations on the violent robbery. Evelyn Wambui, Citizen at 1.
Our family in Kajiado County is celebrating a happy reunion after their son returned home after over 27 years. The family that has been in anguish has been searching for their lost son, and their efforts have always bore no fruit until yesterday, when they were told of their son working in mines in neighboring Tanzania. Salim Bilo reports.
Song and dance rent the air in this humble home in the outskirts of Namanga town, all in celebration of the return of the proverbial prodigal son. Just like the prodigal son in the Bible, he was presumed dead but is now alive. Joseph Kishuru is said to have gone to Tanzania in search of greener pastures 27 years ago, but it would appear that the grass was not necessarily greener on the other side.
Miaka na miaka madini upati. Kweli nilikuwa niko katika hali ngumu sana, lakini Mungu alikuwa hajanipangia kwamba mimi ni mtu wa Tanzania. Yeye alikuwa amenipangia iko siku ambayo yeye atakuja kunirudisha huko nilipotoka nyumbani.
His siblings would embark on a journey to find their long-lost brother after being informed by a neighbor that he might have seen Gishuru in Tanzania.
Sasa tunasikia tuko na furaha sana. Huyu ndugu yetu ndiye mkubwa kwetu kwa miaka 27. Hatujawahi muona, na sasa Mungu ametusaidia, ameturudishia yeye.
Mimi nashukuru Mungu kuunganisha familia, na Mungu awabariki.
Kwa kweli ni jambo la kumshukuru Mungu, maana yeye ni muweza.
What turned out to be a day of Thanksgiving 27 years on. Salim Bilu, Citizen at 1.
Right now, the Council of Governors is now claiming that the national government was interfering with the smooth running of county governments in an attempt to cripple devolution. The council's chairman and Bomet County Governor Isaac Ruto accuses Deputy President William Ruto of meddling in the running of county governments and faulted him for his remarks in the past week that the national government could be forced to invoke the constitutional provisions to disband Marsabit County if the security situation in there does not improve. Our senior reporter Francis Gashuri has the details.
The Bomet governor has made the most scathing attack yet on his party boss and Deputy President William Ruto. In what could spur a political face-off both in URP and the Rift Valley region, Ruto claims that the Deputy President was frustrating governors in the management of the county governments.
He's been inviting MCAs to his home. He has been inviting other leaders to his home, and the agenda is to cause confusion in counties. I want to make it very clear that we are taking this matter straight to the door of the Deputy President and ask him to consult leaders and stop making condescending statements. He's not above everybody else. He's just one of the leaders in this republic, but he's not above all of us.
Ruto took issue with the remarks that the Deputy President made on the situation in Marsabit County when he appeared on Citizen TV's Cheche show on Wednesday. Article 192 of the Constitution gives the national government powers to initiate the process of disbanding a county government in several situations, with runaway insecurity being top.
Why don't we ask the President to quickly call a consultative meeting with the leaders from that area. And these threats against the county governments will not be taken lightly, because they are a threat to all the counties in this republic.
The opposition team coders waded into the debate, with its leaders defending Marsabit Governor Ukur Yatani, who was elected on an ODM ticket.
Tena tumesema hatutaki kuona kama wa serikali inalaumu serikali ya counties. Wao ndio wanasimamia mambo ya askari, mambo ya security, sio? Kule Marsabit wameshindwa. Na tumewaonya kwamba wakithubutu kuvunja serikali ya Marsabit, ataona cha mtema kuni.
Jukumu la usalama si serikali ya kaunti, ni serikali ya Nairobi. Masuala ya Marsabit inahusika na nchi jirani. Gavana hana uwezo wa kupambana na jirani.
But senators and members of the National Assembly, unlike to the ruling Jubilee coalition, have backed the deputy president, insisting that the law was clear on the management of county governments and circumstances that could lead to the disbandment of a county government.
That the insecurity in Marsabit County rests in the shoulder of the national government. And we have been talking to the leaders. And the leadership of Marsabit County, led by the county governor, my good friend Ukur Yatani. You are the governor. You must lead from the front. You cannot be a governor who wants to polarize the county.
Devolution, protecting devolution does not mean protecting individuals or particular offices. Sometimes we side with governors when we think we need to cushion them from certain extremes. But other times, even the governors themselves can be a threat to devolution.
Parliament had last year allowed the president to send a contingent of the Kenya Defence Forces to deal with the rising insecurity in Marsabit County and other regions. Francis Gashuri, Citizen at 1.
I tell you what, ever since that statement on Wednesday's church, there have been arguments and counter-arguments, and so we still, there might be some more developments on that story.